Howdy folks, thanks for clicking on the video. I'm going to do a little product demonstration today. This is the Flextail Tiny Sleeping Pad R09 and it is a new design from Flextail. This is not out yet. I have dealings with Flextail. They got in touch with me and they asked if I wanted to have one of their sort of pre-production, test models as it were, and I jumped at the chance because I think this is a really cool idea. Flextail make the tiny pumps, and last year they started making actual sleeping pads, and this is a combination of the two. So there's a pump built into this pad. So I'm going to get this out and demo it, but first off, where's my tape measure? So in terms of its pack size, we are 9 inches, which is about 23 centimeters by, you've got the pump bit sticking out, so at its furthest point about 6 inches, 16 centimeters, 15 centimeters maybe, but it's quite thin there, 3 inches, but yeah, this way round 3 inches. So it's packed down pretty small, but before we inflate this and actually see what it's like, I'll tell you the details that I know. They've housed a pump within the mat that can inflate and deflate the mat. As I said, it's removable for charging, but yeah, they're calling that the AirVortech system, and as I say, the R value is 9.5, which is crazy, and for that there's 5 layers of aluminized film within the mat itself. So R value 9.5 effectively means you could sleep in minus 35 degrees. Which is quite extreme, and this weighs 493 grams, so just under 500 grams, 17.4 ounces, and that's with the pump and all in there with it. So it's pretty light, it's pretty small. Is it comfy, and does it work? Let's find out. Let's get it out and have a look. So clear the space and let's have a look what we get. That's quite a nice colour. Not going to miss it. Right, so this is a mummy style. I think when they bring them out, I think there's going to be mummy ones and square ones. But they sent me the mummy one. I think they said pre-production wise they'd only made 2 of these, so I feel quite fortunate to be one of the people that they've sent one out to. You're looking at this at the same time as me, so we're looking at it together. So this is the chunky bit. That's where the pump sits. So you got a standard. Oh, that's a standard inflation and deflation valve that is on all their other mats. So your normal tiny pump, or you blow it up with your mouth, that side, and this is the built-in pump side. Okay, does it just pop out? No. I haven't got any fingernails. So there's a little handle there that pops up. And that's the pump. That is so small. That's very cool. Yeah, so Type-C charging port there. And that's the on-off button. And I believe, like most of their pumps, it's kind of a one way does one thing and the other does the other. So if we put that in that way, that's inflation. Can we also put it in the other way? Yeah, that will be deflation. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a bit. Let's inflate it then. Where did that come from? There. So put that back in. So that sits snugly in there, and that will close up. Yeah. So let's inflate. That's really clever. I don't know if this has got like a safety cut off. If it overinflates, is it just going to keep going? I'm not sure. I imagine not. There's nothing obvious. So I imagine you can't walk off and leave it. But you're seeing this in real time, so it's you know, timing wise, it's not going to take long. It's a very clever idea. There we go. There we go. So that's it. So let's close this up. Nice. Shut. Yeah, that's shut. Right. That's not bad. It's not super crinkly. There's a bit of crinkle, but that's okay. In terms of comfort though, it's alright. It's a tapered one, this one, as I say. I think they might be doing a square one too. The tapered one, you know, my arms drop off, but for a kind of a small, lightweight, packable thing, you know, what do you expect? My other lightweight mats, Thermarest, it's about the same size, you know, my shoulders fall off that. I'm a side sleeper, so it doesn't really bother me. You know, I just get myself comfy on a mat. I can feel the warmth off of it. My shirt and all is warming up where it's reflecting my body heat back, you know, instantly. That's really good. What about measurements? Let's have a look. So that right to its tapered point is 6 foot. And then at its widest point at the top here, 52 centimetres, about 20, just over 20 inches, and then obviously it tapers right down at this end to about a foot, 30 centimetres, but it's the foot end, so it's fine. I don't mind the mummy sort of style of these, but some people prefer the square. But if you can save a few grams, you know, as a side sleeper, it doesn't bother me. It's just where my feet are. But yeah, it feels nicely made. And I say, when you roll about, there's not a mega amount of crinkling. I like it. I'm suitably impressed. I mean, time will tell how long these things last. This one feels pretty solid. Seams and all look nicely done. As I say, this is a demonstration model anyway, so you know, when they go into production, they usually do pretty vigorous testing on the Flextail ones. They got their own testing system for seams and all that sort of thing. So you know, they're pretty decent. What I want to know is, can you take the pump out while it's inflated? Let's have a look. Obviously, as I say, that's the standard deflation valve. So if you open that up, the air's coming out anyway. Yeah. So you can open that up and take the whole thing out. And no air gets out of there. That's clever. How does that work? So then, oh, okay. You can't see on there. Can you just turn it around? So in there, there's a little holes there where, when this is in on inflate, that part of the pump lines up. So when we turn it around the other way, it doesn't go in as far, but that still lines up with it. Does that make sense? So if I turn this on, the air's coming out of there. It's drawing it in from there. So if we put that in, oh yeah, That is, yeah, that's sucking the air out. Yeah, that is pulling all the air out with minimal effort. I mean, personally, I don't know that I'd use the deflate mode other than I'd probably pull that other one, let the air out, and then maybe just use the deflation mode just to suck the last bits out. So let's see how good of a job this does. Yeah, I can feel air being blown out of it. It's really clever. That's not taken long either. There's a little bit left at this end. Stick that down there. But it would make packing this away a lot easier. Yeah, that's it. I think we're done. So I guess the only thing you've got to remember to do is plug this in. But if you forget and you run out of batteries, having that second, you know, the traditional valve on there, it's a good safety feature or fallback feature. Yeah, I'm suitably impressed. Let's see how easy it is to pack away. If I've got all the air out, I might have been a bit eager. Yeah, there's still a bit of air left. One thing I would suggest Flextail is they develop this so that someone like me who's got absolutely no fingernails can flick this out without having to use a tool. I don't know, maybe just a little tab on there, a little bit of string or something. I love this little thing. I guess it's like the original tiny pump, sort of stripped of all its outer casings that make it look pretty. I think the thing to do would be to roll the pump up so that it's protected. And they had it rolled the other way so the pump was on the outside, but maybe it's safer to bury it in amongst here so it doesn't get damaged. And there you go. Nice. Does it fit in its bag easy enough? Yeah, that's great. They've oversized the bag for it. That's a good idea. And that's a lot neater with the pump stowed in the middle, isn't it? So there we go. That is the Flextail R09 demo. Excellent. Really like it. It's got a lot going for it. I mean, the inflation deflation thing, that's cool. I don't know whether it's a novelty, but it's a great idea. You know, they're constantly, Flextail, they're constantly making their pumps smaller and smaller. So, you know, I think they've put in their smallest unit they can in this, but I imagine over time it's going to get smaller. Inflating, deflating, takes all the faff out of it, and yeah, 9.5 R value is just bonkers. Cool, yeah, so I'm going to put a link in the video description. It's not a buying link, it's a link to their kind of crowdfunding campaign. But with those campaigns there's all sorts of deals, like where you'd pre-order one and you get money off what the retail price would be. Does that make sense? Because you're in the pre-order category, and they got a couple of deals on there. I think one of them is like buy 3 mats for the price of 1, which I think is a really good deal. I don't get affiliation money from this. I mean, I get the mat. Flextail sent me the mat and I can keep this. This is now mine, so that's fine. They have an affiliation program, but I can't be bothered to sign up for it, so I'm not getting any commission on sales of these at all. But I will put the link in because you can get money off by being a kind of what they call like early bird person or whatever. So yeah, go and have a look, and maybe pick yourself up 3 mats for the price of 1. Because they do 3 different mats. This is obviously their winter one. I've got their R05, which is a 5 R value, and I think they do an R03 or R03, which is a 3 R value. So I think you can get all 3 of them for effectively the price of 1, which covers you, through all the seasons of the year. So it might be worth having a look at. But that's enough wittering from me. That's such a good idea. I think it's great. Yeah, nothing more to say. Thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. Why not? Have I done it all? I demonstrated it. Deflation as well. It's all common sense. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again.